This is Anjay. Welcome to English speaking class. Guys, girls, my students, Shrotav, viewers and listeners, Assalamu alaikum. Thanks for having me over here. Guys, girls, my students, today we are going to view the past perfect tense and its construction, the phrases in past perfect tense in positive sense, in negative sense and in interrogative sentence. My students and viewers, today आज हम पास्ट परफेक्ट फेल माजी बईद के बारे में जानकारी की कोशिश करते हैं और इस फेल माजी बईद में जो मुस्बत, मनफी और सवालिया जुमले होते हैं उनको बनाने के तरीक़ेकार को डिस्कस करते हैं और इन तरह से बनने वाले जुमलों की बोलने की प्रैक्टिस करते हैं। Past perfect tense is a great value in speaking. It is taught in academic studies as well, and this sentence is often used in speaking and English communication. Let's start our lesson behind on whiteboard. Here, my students, this is the construction of past perfect tense. We have the formula here. The subject, first of all we write the subject, then we add had and third form of has, have, and then we add the third form of verb and then we add object. So we need third form of verb, so we need some fraction here. So third form of verb, there we have to write here third form of verb. So after had we require third form of verb. You see that here that third form of verb is a fraction here. So here we write third form verb. So then plus object. So by adopting this method we can construct the phrases and sentences in past perfect tense. You see, my students, subject had plus third form of verb and plus object. So applying this formula we can construct as many as positive, negative and interrogative sentences in this particular sentence, and in Urdu we call it fail mazi bai. This sentence is called fail mazi bai in Urdu. So little bit we have to increase the size of these letters to make it visible. So let's see here, subject plus had plus third form of verb plus object. And here see, my students, the first sentence we have Fahad had. Fahad is a subject and had is a helping verb, and here see that after had we have third form verb taken. So Fahad had taken tea. Tea is object. Fahad had taken tea. Fahad चाय ले चुका था. Fahad चाय पी चुका था. Fahad had taken tea. Fahad चाय पी चुका था. So this past perfect tense फेल माजी बेज में आपने देखा कि सब्जेक्ट जो है वो हमें पहले लिखना होता है। फहद को पहले लिखा, इसके बाद हमने टोटल पास्ट परफेक्ट टेंस के जितने भी सेंटेंसेस हैं फाइल सब्जेक्ट लिखने के बाद हम हैड ऐड करेंगे। सो हमने हैड लिखा और हैड के बाद थर्ड फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब इस सेंटेंस में ऐड की जाती है। सो आफ्टर हैड वी राइट द थर्ड फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब टेकन. Fahad had taken and then now object. Tea is object here. Fahad had taken tea. Fahad had taken tea. Fahad चाय ले चुका था. Fahad had taken tea. Fahad had taken tea. Fahad चाय ले चुका था. This is a positive affirmative sentence. Let's see next sentence. You see, my students, the next statement is boys had not told a lie. Boys had not told a lie. You see, my students, boys is a subject, had is a helping verb, not is for negative sense, and told is a third form of verb, and a lie is an object. So in negative sentences, after helping verb had, we have to write not before the third form before the third form of principal verb, you may say, then we have to add a lie. So boys had not told a lie. Boys had not told a lie. लड़के झूठ नहीं बोल चुके थे. Boys had not told a lie. लड़के झूठ नहीं बोल चुके थे. Boys had not told a lie. लड़के झूठ नहीं बोल चुके थे. You see, my students, this is a negative sentence, a negative statement in past perfect tense. My students, dear students, अज़ीज़ तलबा, past perfect फेल माजी बई में आपने देखा कि मनफी जुमलों में हम पहले फाइल लिखते हैं. फाइल लिखने के बाद हैड ऐड किया जाता है और हैड लिखने के बाद नेगेटिव जुमलों में नॉट का इजाफा हम करते हैं. नॉट लिखने के बाद प्रिंसिपल जो वर्ब है, बुनियादी जो वर्ब है, वो लिखा जाता है. तो इस जुमले में बॉयज हैड नॉट टोल्ड. टोल्ड इज अ थर्ड फॉर्म ऑफ टेल, टोल्ड. Boys had not told, and then we add object, that is a lie. Boys had not told a lie. Boys had not told a lie. लड़के झूठ नहीं बोल चुके थे. This is the proper sense to construct or compose the past perfect tense negative sentences. मनफी जुमले बनाने के लिए past perfect tense फेल माजी बई में यह तरीका इस्तेमाल किया जाता है. फाइल के बाद हैड के बाद नॉट और नॉट के बाद थर्ड फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब और फिर आखिर में ऑब्जेक्ट लिख के हम फिक्रे को जुमले को मुकम्मल करते हैं. सो दिस इज द मेथड और वे ऑफ कंप्लीटिंग अ सेंटेंस इन पास्ट परफेक्ट टेंस नेगेटिव सेंस. You see, my students, boys had not told a lie. Boys had not told a lie. Boys had not told a lie. लड़के झूठ नहीं बोल चुके थे. Let's move to the next statement. You see, my students, next sentence is had Mona gone to museum. Had Mona gone to museum. Had Mona gone to museum. Interrogative sign. You see, my students. So this sign, interrogative method sign, indicates that this is a questionary sentence. This is an interrogative sentence. That's true. You see that had is here. In all interrogatives in past perfect tense, we have to write had in the first place in the start of the sentence, then the subject. Had Mona gone. Had Mona gone. Had, we'll write had first, then subject Mona, then third form of principal verb gone, and then the object museum, and to is a preposition that relates these two nouns. So had Mona gone to museum. Had Mona gone to museum. Had Mona gone to museum. This is an interrogative sentence. Had Mona gone to museum. क्या मोना अजायब घर जा चुकी थी. Had Mona gone to museum. क्या मोना अजायब घर जा चुकी थी. कैसी my students? A beautiful interrogative वाले जुमला है. Had Mona gone to museum. Had Mona gone to museum. क्या मोना म्यूजियम अजायब घर जा चुकी थी. क्या मोना अजायब घर जा चुकी थी. Had Mona gone to museum. This is an questionary construction. So had is written in the start of the sentence, then subject, and then principal verb, third form of principal verb, and in the end we write the object. So in this sentence, you see, my students, तो ज़ीनत तुलबा इस जुमले में आप देख सकते हैं had Mona gone to museum. Had Mona gone to museum. क्या मोना अजायब घर जा चुकी थी. Had Mona gone to museum. क्या मोना अजायब घर जा चुकी थी. A beautiful interrogative statement. Let's move to the next sentence. Here, see, my students, the next sentence is Tom had agreed to help her. Tom had agreed to help her. Tom had agreed to help her. Tom ने उसकी मदद का वादा किया था. Tom उसकी मदद का वादा कर चुका था. Tom had agreed to help her. Tom उसकी मदद का वादा कर चुका था. Tom had agreed. Tom मुत्फिक हो चुका था to help her, उसकी मदद करने के लिए. Tom उसकी मदद करने के लिए मुत्फिक हो चुका था. Tom had agreed to help her. Tom had agreed to help her. Tom ने उसकी मदद करने से इत्तेफाक कर लिया था. Tom had agreed to help her. Tom टॉम ने उसकी मदद करने का इत्तेफाक कर लिया था। टॉम हैड एग्रीड टू हेल्प हर, टॉम उसकी मदद के लिए मुत्तफिक हो चुका था। टॉम हैड एग्रीड टू हेल्प हर, टॉम उसकी मदद के लिए मुत्तफिक हो चुका था। दिस इज अ ब्यूटीफुल स्टेटमेंट। टॉम हैड एग्रीड टू हेल्प हर, टॉम उसकी मदद के लिए मुत्तफिक हो चुका था। टॉम हैड एग्रीड, टॉम इज द सब्जेक्ट, हैड इज द हेल्पिंग वर्ब and agreed is the principal third form of verb, principal verb third form, and to is a preposition, and to help is an infinitive, to help her is an object. Tom had agreed to help her, Tom had agreed to help her, Tom उसकी मदद करने के लिए मुत्तफिक हो चुका था। Tom is a subject, had is a helping verb, and agreed is a third form of principal verb, and to help is an infinitive verb, and her is an object. So this is a beautiful statement. Tom had agreed to help her, Tom had agreed to help her, Tom उसकी मदद के लिए मुत्तफिक हो चुका था। Tom had agreed to help her, Tom उसकी मदद के लिए मुत्तफिक हो चुका था। This is a positive affirmative statement. Let's move to the next sentence. आइए जिन्हें तुलबा अगला जुमला देखते हैं। अगला जुमला देखिए। Next statement is Sally had not mentioned Banu. Sally had not mentioned Banu. Sally had not mentioned Banu. This is the negative sense in past perfect tense. Sally had not mentioned Banu. Sally ने बानु का जिक्र नहीं किया था। Sally had not mentioned Banu. Sally ने बानु का जिक्र नहीं किया था। Sally had not mentioned Banu. Sally ने बानु का जिक्र नहीं किया था। Sally is the subject, had is a helping verb, not is for negative sense, mentioned is the principal verb third form of principal verb mentioned, and Banu is an object. Sally had not mentioned Banu. Sally had not mentioned Banu. Sally ने बानु का जिक्र नहीं किया था। Sally ने बानु का तज़किरा नहीं किया था। Sally had not mentioned Banu. Sally had not mentioned Banu. Sally ने बानु का तज़किरा नहीं किया था। This is the negative sense of past perfect tense. अज़ीज़ तुलबा ये फ़ेल माज़ी बरीद में एक मनफी जुमला है। Sally had not mentioned Banu. Sally is the subject and had is a helping verb, and mentioned is the third form of principal verb, and not is for negative sense, and Banu is an object. So Sally had not mentioned Banu. Sally had not mentioned Banu. Sally ने बानु का तज़किरा नहीं किया था। Sally ने बानु का जिक्र नहीं किया था। Let's see the next statement. Let's see my students. Next sentence is Raina had secured top position. Raina had secured top position. Raina had secured top position. Raina ने चोटी की पोजीशन हासिल कर ली थी। Raina had secured top position. Raina ने चोटी की पोजीशन हासिल कर ली थी। Raina had secured top position. Raina is a subject, had is helping verb, and secured is the third verb form of principal verb, and top position is an object. So Raina had secured top position. Raina had secured top position. Raina ने टॉप चोटी की पोजीशन हासिल कर ली थी। Raina had secured top position. Raina ने चोटी की पोजीशन हासिल कर रही थी। Raina had secured top position. Raina ने चोटी की पोजीशन हासिल कर रही थी। So Raina had secured top position. Raina ने चोटी की पोजीशन हासिल कर ली थी। Here my students, all these sentences are in a past perfect tense, and we have seen how we can construct them, and we have made a practice with these sentences. I wish you all the best. I will see you again. Goodbye. Goodbye.